Alright guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at Applied Digital. So last time when I talked about this one, it was around somewhere at this price essentially. So the OPEX price, option expiration price from June 20th, it was $10.30. And this video that I talked about that particular day, well, looks like it's been 10 days now, IV crush till earnings. This is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, we still have couple more weeks until next option expiration, but so far first half of that option expiration till July 18th, this is what I mean. So I essentially want to show you guys one thing again, which probably I didn't show for Applied Digital, but maybe other stocks. Average true range. So this is your implied volatility essentially. So this chart shows you, so the upper, this is the price action, right? And the lower side, this is the delta, average true range. And you can see in the last, so that rally that we had, if you guys remember, from about $4 somewhere in April, right there, 350 maybe, all the way to 7, this was melting up with low volume. Pay attention to the implied volatility. So if you were somebody who bought a call and made money on this move, yeah, your calls appreciated significantly because this move happened suddenly and it just happened in 3-4 trading sessions. And implied volatility, so average true range was like 50-60 cents for the stock. All of a sudden it went up to 120 in a matter of like 4 trading sessions. So ever since anybody who traded directional options, doesn't matter whether you played it to the downside or to the upside, this is what I mean by saying that IV crush, not necessarily stock itself. Since I trade a lot of options, you can see IV has been crushing. As stock gets pinned, it's just trading in the range. Volume goes lower, back below or back to its norm. I will show you guys volume. Maybe let's do this just so you guys can have a better visuals, right? So maybe the chart as well. You guys can see the volume, and then now see the volume in the last 2 weeks. That's why I wasn't covering this stock, because probability of this stock spending, and I was talking about the potential of it could go take a hit to 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average, or as high as 1250. But come this expiration, in my opinion, the probability of this stock finishing at this price was, for me, I mean, high, and it's still high because so far since I talked about it, it's been 2 weeks, and this is exactly what it has been happening. It's been doing absolutely nothing and burning premiums if you're trading options. If you're a stockholder, yeah, it's okay, right? So it's just in a consolidation for you. You're just pretty much in a waiting mode, or you're just in a holding mode, whatever you do, because I don't trade as much stocks, and I don't remember last time I'm buying a stock. I just purely trade premiums. So that's what's happening in terms of the price action, and this is there are 2 more things I want to mention. In terms of option activity, I'm not seeing much people buying calls or puts. Pretty much any premiums that are being traded, they are just sellers. Yeah, there was a little bit of a spike when price went from 980 all the way to 1080. That's when you saw a little bit of a premium spike. This blue line, green line represents call buying. But until then, yeah, like puts, a little bit of a puts buying, and then put selling, call selling. And then last Friday, actually Thursday, short day, we had call selling, a little bit of a put buying, but not much happening. In terms of like actual flows, I'm not seeing much. Again, I want to see any order that is like more than $20,000. I'm not seeing much of a call buying happening at all for the stock. A little bit of an $8 put to just sitting for December, but again, this is not a lot big of a size. It's just $40,000 orders. So in terms of short volume, let's take a look at this one just to have an idea. So there's plenty of shorts available to if you want to borrow it. In terms of daily, yeah, it did spike a little bit throughout this time, short volume, but it's not crazy. What else I wanted to look at here? In terms of like large orders, so June 20th, so 23 million orders at $10.33. And then I'm seeing number 4 at 10:38. That was June 27th. So as long as stock stays at these levels, I would consider these prices or these two orders, large orders, came in as a possible accumulation. I don't know, but these were for sure profit taking right there. I have showed it, I think. Yeah, you can see how it's standing out, right? So the largest order came in at the top and price didn't go higher and it just rejected and it just went lower. So this is, yeah, makes sense that its stock price is lower now. So if you want this name to push higher, well, for me, the first level is $12.50. Up until then, you can see the moving app, like short moving averages that are like 20-day, this blue line on my chart, and then 5-day, this gray line on my chart. They're both moving sideways, and I think it can do that. Overall index is moving higher, like Russell 2000, but the Russell 2000 is just mainly like a bunch of bank stocks. Like if you guys are keeping an eye on, I think they just eased a little bit the reserves that they need to hold in order to, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's mainly some select highly shorted names squeezing in Russell 2000 small caps, and then bunch of banks, regional banks, like they're squeezing. So even though Applied Digital small cap, but it's just not looking like IWM. Like you can see IWM in the last like 5-6 ever since this option expiration, it has a clear uptrend, while APLD is just in a sideways moving action. Of course, it had a pretty nice rally from this $3 level, so it's pretty good in terms of like if you're looking at year-to-date performance, it's outperforming everything essentially. In terms of like indexes, right? It's year-to-date Applied Digital is up 36%. So if you want to look at it that way, yeah, it's doing okay. It's just, is this pullback, I mean, will get absorbed and will it have another leg? Sure, if it does, I want to keep an eye on volume, I want to keep an eye on option activity, and I want to keep an eye on essentially some catalysts from the company. So there are earnings coming up. So we officially finished Q2, Q3, earnings about to kick in. So 24th of July. So exactly 20 more days. So that's what I'm watching. So I don't want to make it too long. That's the update. So probably come that earnings, we'll take a look, or come closer to the OPEX. Or if I see any like significant orders standing out, we'll come take a look at it. Or if the price gets back above 1250, sure. But so far, yeah, nothing happening for me personally. And that's the update. This is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.